wrestling fans, welcome to Pro Wrestling Radio. I'm your host, Troy, and now I'm going to be going over the TNA Genesis pay-per-view from November 11th, 2007. Now, the pay-per-view was in Orlando, Florida. It was a very good pay-per-view. Once again, TNA delivered an awesome pay-per-view as they're known to do. There was 8 matches on the card. I'm going to go ahead and, talk about each match here. Like I said, I've been a wrestling fan here for ever since I can remember. I watch all the wrestling products, but it's good to see a wrestling company actually be about wrestling and not just storylines. Don't get me wrong. TNA does storylines and stuff too, but it's usually believable storylines, and the wrestling makes up for the storylines and gimmicks. Unlike WWE, but still, to each their own opinion. Okay, the first match was the Shop of Horrors match with Abyss versus Black Rain, also known as Dustin Rhodes and Goldust. Now this match, I kind of expected to be a little bit more brutal than it was, but it still delivered. You had mousetraps, you had barbed wire bat, you had, they were beating each other around all over the place. It was a pretty good match, and Abyss got the win. And some dude, I don't know who it was, jumped out of the box there when Abyss went up and opened up the door. And they beat down Abyss there, but interesting to see what's going to happen with that feud. Then the next match was Team 3D versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Now this match, I was kind of leery of. I didn't know if it was going to be good. I know the Motor City Machine Guns are awesome. I'm big fans of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Dudley Boys were good in their time, but they're getting kind of old now. But they delivered. It was a good match. A lot of stiff kicks. And they Dudley Boys put on a good match. Team 3D and Motor City Machine Guns got the win. It was good to see them get the win. Team 3D's helping get the X Division over a little bit. We all know that the X Division is what got TNA on the map. Moving on to the TNA Women's Championship match with the Gail Kim versus Roxy versus ODB versus Angel Williams. Now, it's good to see women's wrestling. That's right, women's wrestling. Not just the puppies, not just the divas. Let me put it to you this way. I think the TNA divas look better than the WWE divas any day of the week, and they could wrestle better, and they go out there and they wrestle. WWE fans, when they see the divas, they don't care about wrestling. All they see is the puppies, the puppies. Yeah, it's nice to look at the girls, but respect the wrestling too. They're there to wrestle. If you don't watch puppies, go watch a porno. It was a good match, and Gail Kim kept the title, which I'm happy she did, because I think Gail Kim's the best women's wrestler in the world today. Moving on to the TNA X Division match. Now, Black Machismo Jay Lethal defending the title versus the Guru, Sanjay Dutt. Now, do I need to say more? Anytime you got these two wrestlers in the ring, no matter who they're going against, you're going to get a 5-star match most of the time. Like I said, this match really started off fast-paced. Really fast-paced, back and forth. They showed respect for each other, hugged and everything. It was a back-and-forth match, really good. Jay Lethal kept the belt, won the match. A lot of high spots, good match. Then Team 3D came out there and jumped on him. So I guess maybe Team 3D's next feud to be with Jay Lethal, maybe, and Sanjay Dutt. I'm not for sure. We'll have to see how that works out. Moving on, the TNA World Tag Team Championship match. AJ Styles and Tyson Tomko, or Travis Tomko, or this Tomko, whatever you want to call him, versus the Steiner Brothers. Now, this is another match I was kind of like, well, it could be good, but the Steiner Brothers are getting older now. They really can't go like they used to, which is understandable. But AJ Styles and Tomko carried the match for the most part, but it was back and forth. It was a good match. Of course, AJ and Tomko had to cheat to get the win, but they still got the win, and they're still tag team champions. Now, the next match was very, very good, wrestling fans. Any wrestling fan, if you haven't seen it, needs to check out this match. If you think wrestling's fake, you need to watch Samoa Joe versus Robert Roode with Miss Brooks. And man, oh man, is she fine. This this was a very stiff match. I mean, they were really roughing each other up. Robert Roode impressed me tonight. He really impressed me tonight. I mean, he took some good chops and some good kicks from Samoa Joe and slaps to the face, and he delivered chops right back. It was a good match, you know. And there for a while, I thought this mystery lady that likes Robert Roode was going to interfere with the match, which she did interfere with Miss Brooks, but I thought she was going to cheat Samoa Joe out of the match, but it didn't happen that way. Samoa Joe got the win, and I'm thankful about that. That's good because Samoa Joe is the best wrestler TNA has to offer, in my opinion, and he needs the title. Now, the next match was the final for the Fight for the Right tournament, and it was a ladder match with Kaz, also known as Kazarian, versus the Instant Classic Christian Cage. Now, this ladder match was phenomenal. I mean, it was just really good. I mean, I was really impressed with Christian tonight. I mean, early in the match, he got hurt and got cut in the eye, and you could tell he really got, hurt. And he continued the match, showing he had heart and he was wanting to put on a good match for the fans. And, there's a lot of good spots, Kaz jumped off the ladder there, and I thought he broke his leg there for a minute. It was back and forth, real good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was match of the night, to be honest with you. And, Kazarian got the win. I mean, I really thought that Christian was going to win the match, but Kazarian got the win, which is good to see because, TNA pushes their younger talent. Yeah, they bring in all these WWE talent, and other indie talent and stuff, but they still push their own talent like the Joes, the AJ Styles, which is good to see. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the main event. The TNA World Heavyweight title on the line in tag team contest with Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash teaming up versus Sting and a mystery partner. Well, the mystery partner was Booker T. Now, I kind of figured it would be Booker T because, the internet rumors were saying it was Booker T, but you never know. They're just rumors until you actually see it. There's Booker T, and the crowd went nuts. I mean, Booker T got a loud pop. It was a good match. The fans were saying, welcome Booker, and, Booker T, Booker T. And, it was good. I mean, it was really, really good. I mean, Kurt Angle got the win thanks to Tomko and AJ Styles, which I guess, who knows, maybe Tomko and AJ Styles are tired of Christian Cage, and now they're going to go team up with Angle and be buddy-buddy with him. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that works. But, Kurt Angle turned on Kevin Nash tonight, which, I kind of saw that coming because you knew it was only a matter of time for them two to go at it. So now they'll probably have a match for the title at the next pay-per-view on Impact. Like I said, it was a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I think any wrestling fan who watched it enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen it, order it, check it out. It was a real good pay-per-view. I give it a 10 out of 10. It was off the charts. TNA once again delivered a good quality pay-per-view. And as always, they always give you money's worth. I hope you've enjoyed this review. You've been listening to Pro Wrestling Radio. Thank you.